To get a cool anime merch like this and more, click the link in the description. At only 12 years old, Takumi Harada is already hailed as a prodigious baseball pitcher. But when his family moves to the backwater town of Nita, Takumi has no choice but to join his new school's unskilled baseball team. This development has little effect on the boy, as he believes it is more interesting if this no-name club becomes a powerhouse due to his presence. However, due to his overwhelming talent, Takumi is in need of a catcher able to keep up with his pitches. His worries are soon put to rest after meeting Go Nagakura. As his fan and fellow student, Go is eager to prove that he is not a simple braggart, but rather a player skillful enough to catch Takumi's pitches. Amid struggling to form a battery with Go, Takumi comes into conflict with his new teammates due to the irreverent personality, but grapples to find the true joy of the sport under his grandfather's guidance. Minami joins her high school baseball team as a team manager after finding out that her best friend Yuki is in the hospital and can't be a team manager anymore. In order to try to fill in for Yuki and to help out the team the best she can, she goes out to find a book on how to manage a baseball team. Unfortunately, she accidentally buys Peter Drucker's book called Management, Tasks, Responsibilities and Practices, which is actually about how to properly manage a business. Because she couldn't return the book, she decides to read it anyway and try to apply the business management concepts to the baseball team so that they can go on and win the nationals. Keiko Himuro, a chairman of the Kisuragi High School, puts together an all-girl baseball team led by Ryo Hayakawa, daughter of a legendary pitcher, in hopes of proving that girls can compete just as well as boys. Their goal is a Koshien Stadium, where only the best teams get the opportunity to play. Princess Nine tells the story of how the all-girls baseball team overcomes different problems and shows their true power. The story centers around three characters: Uesugi Kazuya, his twin older brother Tatsuya, and Asakura Minami. Kazuya is the darling of his town as he is talented, hardworking and the ace pitcher for his middle school baseball team. Tatsuya is a hopeless slacker who's been living the life of giving up the spotlight to Kazuya, despite the fact that he may be more gifted than him. Minami is the beautiful childhood girlfriend and for all intents sister from the next door who treats both of them as equals. Society largely assumed Kazuya and Minami will become the perfect couple, including Tatsuya. Yet as time progresses, Tatsuya grows to realize that he's willing to sacrifice anything for the sake of his brother, except at the expense of giving up Minami to Kazuya. And thus the story is told of Tatsuya trying to prove himself over his established younger brother, how it affects the relationship between the three, and both brothers' attempts to make Minami's lifelong dreams come true. As a child, Riki Naoe shut himself from the world thanks to a diagnosis of narcolepsy following the tragic deaths of his parents. However, Riki is saved when one fateful day, a boy named Kyosuke recruits him into a team who call themselves the Little Busters. Accompanied by Masato, Kengo and Rin, these misfits spend their childhood fighting evil and enjoying their youth. Years pass and even in high school the well-knit teammates remain together. Kyosuke decides to reignite the Little Busters by forming a baseball team, as it will be his last school year with them. They have a problem though, there aren't enough members. The tables have turned, for it is now Riki's turn to reach out and recruit new friends into the Little Busters, just like Kyosuke had once done for him. Then an omen surfaces. Rin finds a strange letter attached to her cat, assigning them the duty of uncovering the secret of this world by completing specific tasks. Just what is the secret and why is it being hidden? It's up to the Little Busters to find out. Ren Mihashi was the ace of his middle school's baseball team, but due to his poor pitching, they could never win. Constant losses eventually led to his teammates bullying him and reached the point where his teammates no longer tried to win, causing Mihashi to graduate with little self-esteem. As a result, Mihashi decides to go to high school in a different prefecture where he has no intention of playing baseball. Unfortunately, upon his arrival at Nishiura High, he is dragged into joining their new team as the starting pitcher. Although unwilling at first, Mihashi realizes that this is the place where he will be accepted for who he is. With help from the catcher Takaya Abe, he starts to have more confidence in his own abilities. Abe, seeing the potential in Mihashi, makes it a goal to help him become a pitcher worthy of being called the ace.
いいかみんな、野球で一番大事なのはチームワークだ。困ってる奴がいたら全員で助け合う。
Ko Kitamura and Aoba Tsukishima are often at odds, even though their families happen to be close friends and business partners. Although the only child of a sports owner, Ko has never been interested in playing baseball, he possesses an impressive batting ability honed by frequent visits to the local baseball batting center run by the Tsukishima family. On the other hand, Aoba loves to play baseball and is a star player with exceptional pitching form. However, these two seemingly complete opposites share something very important to them. Wakaba Tsukishima, Aoba's older sister and Ko's destined sweetheart. Admired by the quarrelsome duo, Wakaba often finds herself the catalyst to their never-ending rivalry. But whether or not they realize that they have more in common than either would care to admit, only time will tell. The game of baseball may just be what the pair needs to ultimately overcome their own personal struggles.
先生なんか軽く三振取っちゃうもんね。そう簡単にはいかないわよ。
Goro Honda, a little boy obsessed with baseball, has always admired his father Shigeharu. Wishing to follow in his father's footsteps, Goro dreams of becoming a professional baseball player. In turn, his son's starry-eyed admiration encourages Shigeharu to keep playing, despite his late wife's death and his unsatisfying position on the second-string team Blue Ocean. Unfortunately, an elbow injury forces Shigeharu off the team and he falls into despair. However, after an offhand joke from his childhood friend, Shigeharu reevaluates his choices and decides to keep playing, leaving behind his prime position as pitcher and taking up the bat. Now motivated more than ever, Goro works hard to carve his way in the Japanese Little League.
4万ドルだ。全然構わねえよ、俺は。なんならハンデもやろうか。そうだな。俺の投げるボールに当てさえすれば、お前の勝ちってのでどうだ。
Towa Tokuchi is an athlete by profession but a reckless gambler at heart. On the streets of Okinawa, he uses nothing but his wits and a fastball peaking at a mere 134 km per hour to somehow achieve 499 wins in the game of one-outs, a simplified version of baseball between the pitcher and one batter. Amazed by Towa's unique prowess on the mound, veteran slugger Hiromichi Kojima artfully scouts the pitcher to his long unsuccessful team, the Saikyo Saitama Lycanes. Kojima desperately hopes Towa will lead them to a championship, however Tsuneo Saikawa, the mercenary owner of the Lycanes, sees the vastly talented pitcher as a threat to the income generated by the team. Rising to the challenge of swaying the owner, Towa suggests a one-of-a-kind one-outs contract. Every out Towa pitches will earn him 5 million yen, but with every run he gives up, he will lose 50 million. Adapted from the manga by Shinobu Kaitani of Liar Game fame, One Outs documents the intense psychological battles between Towa and those around him. With millions of yen at stake, can a pitcher who has done nothing but gamble in a head-to-head imitation of a baseball finally lead a real baseball team to victory?
すまん。お前らを全国に連れて行ってやれなかった。
With a stray pitch that completely missed the batter, Agent Samura loses his final middle school baseball game. Frustrated by this defeat, Agent and his teammates vow to reach a national tournament once they are in high school. But everything changes when a scout unexpectedly invites him to Tokyo's prestigious Seido High School after seeing the potential in his unusual pitching style. Encouraged by his teammates, Agent accepts the offer, ready to improve his skills and play at a much more competitive level of baseball. However, now surrounded by a large number of skilled players, Agent struggles to find his place on the team. He declares that he will one day become the team's ace, but that's only if fellow first-year Satoru Furuya doesn't take the title first, with his breakneck fastballs that earn him a coveted spot on the starting roster. With addition of these talented new players to an already powerful lineup, the Seido baseball team aims to become the best in Japan, facing off against a number of formidable foes that stand in their way. Thank you for watching my video, make sure to smash like, subscribe for more anime videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.